Hello. In this video, we are going to do some simplification of radical expressions. So I have number one, square root of 200. So to do something like this, we have to think of a perfect square and factor this number into two or three parts, depending on the situation. In this case, I can see I can write 100 times 2, then it will look like 100 is a perfect square. 10 times 10 is 100. So let's do that. 100 can go outside the radical as 10, and then leftover is radical 2. In number 2, we have square root of 63. So we have to think of the factors of 63. So I think 9 times 7 is 63. So this 9 can go outside as 3. My answer is 3 radical 7. Number 3 has a cube root, and cubic root of 27, x to the power 6, y to the power 2. Now we have to think of a number if we can multiply it 3 times by itself to get 27. The number is 3. 3 times 3 times 3 is 27. So we can write 27 as 3 to the power of 3. And then x to the power 6, we can write x squared to the power 3. And y square, we can't do anything about it, so we leave y square right here. If it was y to the power 3, then we can take y outside, but as it is a 2, we can't do anything, so leave it like that. Now, as I have a index 3, I have to look at the numbers who has a power of 3. That power and this index cancels each other. So we have to bring outside the radical, we can bring this 3 as it has a power of 3. And we can bring this x square outside the radical sign. And those who are left over will stay inside the radical sign, because this y square, we can't bring it outside because it is a 2 here. But if it was a 3, then we can bring y outside. Number 4, we have a negative sign outside the radical sign. So that negative sign will stay as negative. We don't have to do anything about it. So this 24, we have to think of 24 to factor 24 in such a way that we get a perfect cube. So in this case, it is 8. 8 times 3 is 24. And x to the power 12, we can write as x to the power 12 divided by 3 is 4. So x to the power 4 to the power cube. So 4 times 3 is 12. So we are splitting x to the power 12 in such a way that we get cube. Because my index is cube, my whole purpose is to make it look like a cube. Here, if you divide the exponent by the index, then you should get the number, what you have to put here. So 12 divided by 3 is 4, so I put 4 here. Then 4 times 3 is 12. We can always go back. Now I want to write 8 as 2 to the power 3. 2 times 2 times 2 is 8. Now we can take the terms with power 3 outside, because index is 3. The 3 and the index and the power will cancel each other. So we keep negative sign, and we can bring 2 outside and x to the power 4 outside, because they have the exponent 3. And then leftover is cubic root of 3. So this is the answer for number 4. Number 5 also we have to look at this. Index is 3. So we have to find a perfect cube. So in this case also 8. 8 times 5 is 40. And we can write split x to the power 5 as x to the power of 3 times x to the power 2. See, I am doing this on purpose because my radical index is 3. That's why I'm trying to make the exponent 3, so that later on we can cancel. We can write 8 as 2 to the power 3. Now, exactly the same way, we have to bring the with the cube power outside the radical. So it's 2 and x will come outside, and we have leftovers. 5 and x square will be inside. That's all for this video. Thank you for watching.